Just like our only natural satellite circles around us, our thoughts often drift towards the moon whenever the unknown demands an explanation. For centuries it has been linked to madness and werewolves. In fiction, its dark side inspired one of the greatest albums of the 70s, and countless wild conspiracy theories about hidden Nazi bases. The moon doesn't just attract us physically, it pulls at our imagination. It feels familiar because it's so close, yet it may still hide mysteries far beyond our understanding. British Lunar Software clearly fell under that same lunar spell. They announced their debut title back in 2012, and after what can only be described as an unusually long and troubled development, Routine is finally ready to step into the spotlight.
We need to shut down the ASN.
At its core, Routine is built on two main ideas. The first is retro-futurism, inspired by the bulky industrial vision of the future from the 1980s, visually placing it somewhere close to Alien. The second is a strong focus on the physical and the tangible. Every interface exists within the game world itself, all accessed through your CAT scanner. This device lets you interact with terminals, save your progress, and track your objectives. You can see your own limbs, lean around corners, stand on your toes, and lie completely flat on the ground, and when you sprint, the screen shakes violently as your breathing grows heavy. Switching between scanner modules can feel a bit slow at times, but overall the system works well. Even though I couldn't help but think it would truly shine in VR. The game though. Even, of course, Routine is inseparable from its lunar setting and the secrets hidden within it. You arrive at a recreational moon base early on, where it quickly becomes clear that something has gone horribly wrong. Abandoned rooms are littered with personal belongings, power cables hang torn from the walls, and in various places there are stains clinging to surfaces that could be, well, tomato soup at best and blood at worst, you can fill in the rest. It's a familiar setup. Perhaps too familiar, but Lunar Software deserves real credit for the way they peel back the layers of mystery. You soon learn that something has turned the security robots hostile, and when you finally discover why, about an hour later, it only raises even more disturbing questions. Maintaining mystery without dragging it out is difficult, but Routine actually pulls this off. The story itself isn't groundbreaking or anything, and the theme's fear of machines, the danger of giving up control, and humanity's obsession with the unknown have been explored countless of times. Still, even the ideas aren't new, but that doesn't matter. Routine tells its story with confidence and style. Being announced in 2012, Routine clearly comes from the era where run and hide horror ruled the genre, and mechanically it still feels that way. You carefully explore the moon base while solving puzzles that push you closer to the truth. Meanwhile, security robots patrol corridors, attacking without hesitation. At first they are genuinely nerve-wracking, but since they aren't particularly fast or intelligent, and can even be disabled using a short-circuit module on your CAT scanner, they quickly lose their ability to scare you. Thankfully, about halfway through the game, a second threat is introduced. I won't spoil what it is, but it is far more terrifying than the robots. And worse, it's a lot faster than you. On the downside, it's a bit inconsistent that the robots need to catch you twice to kill you, while a single encounter with this new menace is enough to end your run. That leads to more trial and error than I would have liked personally. It's never fun, though you can slow it down with another CAT module, which does soften the frustration somewhat. And speaking of the CAT, this tool is a real backbone of the game. You constantly find new modules that shape how you solve puzzles. One lets you short-circuit electronics, the ultra-view module acts like a form of ultraviolet light, allowing you to uncover keypad codes by spotting fingerprints on the device, or decode strange symbols in one of the game's best puzzles using a series of Polaroid photos. I'm always struggling with that word, I'm sorry. The puzzles are generally one of Routine's strongest aspects, and physics rarely play a role. This makes Routine feel somewhat limited, and that feeling is amplified by repeated cat and mouse encounters with enemies. You hide in simple cover, disable a robot with a single shot, and sprint away for your life. It feels dated in a very early 2010s kind of way. The whole idea of solving puzzles while constantly risking detection simply doesn't feel tense anymore, just mildly irritating sometimes. Luckily, these sequences are usually not very difficult, so frustration stays limited. Still, this style of gameplay will need to evolve in the future by giving players more tactical loot tools to outsmart enemies and by introducing smarter AI. Maybe Alien Isolation 2 will show us how it's done. Where routine truly excels is in atmosphere. Lunar software absolutely nails it here. The retro-futuristic moon base feels alive, and every room is filled with a remarkable level of detail. Everything looks like it's just barely holding together. Flickering lights and exposed wiring suggest that even this broken world is running on borrowed time. That atmosphere does a lot of heavy lifting, elevating weaker gameplay elements. Even when enemy encounters disappointed me mechanically a little bit, the build-up to them was almost always nerve-wracking. In the end, I found myself genuinely enjoying routine. I can criticize nearly every mechanical system in some way, whether it's the simplistic enemy encounters or the missed opportunity for physical interaction, and neither the setting nor the enemies are especially original, but what routine delivers is an incredibly atmospheric journey where every room feels meaningful, slowly drawing you closer to madness, or maybe to the truth. It may not redefine the horror genre, but it tells an old story with undeniably great style.